Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having a fantastic day. We're back at it again, Pathfinder. I finished everything at Winter Sun, so let's go ahead and leave. I probably... I'll check my corruption rating. I probably need to go ahead and head back. You know what? No. Let's see. I need... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to pass by here anyway. I need to do Wolch's quest. So that's what's next up for me. But I'm thinking I should probably stop by Dresden first. Oh yeah, I've got a couple of quests that are due over there anyway. So yeah, we'll go there first. Then we'll rest, clear the corruption, and then we'll get back out and make our way to where Wolch is. Oh, you know what? Scorching Ray. Attacks with Scorching Ray. Didn't I do some sneak attack damage somewhere? I assume it was Walter that did the sneak attack damage. And yet, I don't see it anywhere. Oh, hey. I swear I was just saying that. No. No? I dug it. Scorching Ray. There was a debate in the comments section of one of my videos about whether or not the rogue passive dispel ability actually works. So for my Wolchith build, I added a talent for dispelling attack, where basically if he hits an enemy with a sneak attack, he should automatically dispel the lowest ranking buff on that particular enemy creature, or at least he should attempt to dispel it. Now, the way it was broken in Kingmaker is apparently it wouldn't add the rogue's full level to the difficulty check. Instead, it would just add a number between 1 and 5, I believe it was. And so, of course, when I mentioned it in my build, there was a question of whether or not this actually works. And honestly, I never bothered to test that individually. So I would like to confirm. Because if it's not working, I definitely want to add that to the bug report and make sure Owlcat gets that taken care of. But I assume that it would definitely be something that they would deal with, considering the fact I saw a couple of threads. I don't remember if it was Reddit or on their actual chat board that this was broken. So I would assume they probably know. Oracles, is this where I get sorcerers? Yes. Go for sorcerers here. There are a lot of enemies that are specifically susceptible to magic. Having sorcerers definitely makes a difference. Alright, and let's talk to Erebeth. We learned the fate of the missing patrol. Our people were killed by clan members from Old Socorus. They had been bewitched by the demon Jerebeth. Survivors from Socorus? In the middle of the world wound? They must have been made of tough stuff. I'm sorry they've been set against us. Erebeth grits her teeth. And sorrier still for our soldiers. We're losing our people to demon trickery again. But at least the mystery is solved and it won't happen again. Alright. Hey! Time for a level up. Okay, Sosiel is ready. Training, economy. Okay. That doesn't have a marker I can use. While wielding this +2 radiant weapon, whenever you confirm a critical hit, you absorb some of the Rovagug's unholy. Well, you are wielding. Oh, that doesn't have a button, so that's bugged. Rovagug's unholy symbol into a hand axe. +2 corrosive burst weapon. You have a +3 bonus to attack rolls, performing attack of opportunity. Great axe +2. Nope. Didn't I see one of them say no? Okay. So then it doesn't matter what we do, because I'm not using any of that. Rank up. So he could do Royal Parade, or wait, no, there's a military rank up. Let's do that. And projects. And there we go. Got a bunch of people sitting at 1. Come on. You can do it. Go. There. Is everybody ready? Okay, cool. Whatever. And she's a ranger for me. She's got improved criticals, or snapshot. We'll go with improved critical. Longbow, because sooner or later, I'm sure we're going to get a longbow that'll allow us to get rid of the short bow that we have right now. Point blank master, longbow, sure. Favorite enemy. We already have outsiders, right? Oh, now you give us the option of favorite enemy dragons. I'm not big on any of these, to be honest with you, so I guess we'll do. Oh, you know what? There's probably a lot of undead still. She cannot memorize spells in that slot. No problem. We'll get you there, girl. We'll get you there. Colluding scoundrel. Fitzy Grace, no. Not Piranha. Yeah, I guess that is the way we end up using her this time. We will. What is Piranha Strike? Wielding a light weapon or any weapon that could be used with weapon finesse, you can choose to take a -1 penalty on all melee attack rolls, and to gain a +2 bonus on all melee damage rolls. At some point, but right, this only works left one-handed. I don't think I can have the buckler in my other hand and use that. So we'll go with this, and she's using a rapier. It seems like she misses all the time anyway. That's why I'm not really comfortable with reducing her attack score right now. All right. And I think it makes sense for at least one other person to be able to protect from energy, so I could select this, but actually, now that I think about it, no, she doesn't have any sort of... Wait, what's this? Yeah, no, I'm good on that. Okay, resist. Resist! Oh, backstabber. What's that about? Backstabber. Smiling. What's that? A colluding scoundrel deals 2d6 additional points of damage on attacks against a target threatened by an ally currently designated as the scapegoat. Okay. Interesting. Cool. And does she get anything spell wise? Right, okay. So we're good on that. Darren. Oracle. Feet. You know, I use you strictly as a wings and immunity ground based effects. Could give him a little more survivability, right? Why not? I actually like the idea of you having wings. You notice and locate living creatures within 30 feet, just as if you had possessed the blind sight ability. You must be at least 11th level to select this revelation. Okay? No other ones are available, so we'll take it. And we choose a spell. 5th level. We already have Cure Light Wounds and this other one. So this one doesn't matter nearly as much. Yeah. I guess we should have something that allows us to raise the dead using a spell. And then level 4, inflict critical wounds. And we get a level 3 as well. Isn't that nice? Do Archon's Aura. Didn't we just have a problem with not being able to remove a disease? We did. We're gonna go ahead and take that. Level 2. There's nothing I need from here. Whatever. Alright. And we do not need to set his slot. So, Woljif, what's going on with you? Feats. Prove critical. Two fighting strike. No. We don't have great or anything. Okay, we don't have great or anything. Oh, you know, a spell specialization. This might be a good time for that. Right now, we're using a lot of what? Controlled fireball, right? It's probably the one we always start out with. But it's not the one that really gives us the best damage output. All right. You know, we're going to go... You know, no, we're going to abandon that. We will do spell penetration. So that'll help all of them. This one doesn't matter. Kukri, I guess. And level 4. Greater invisibility is nice. Helps you with being able to cast, what do they call it? Sneak attacks. Do sneak attacks. What do we have at level 3? That's battering blast. That's what we're using at level 3. And we don't really need anything else from here. We'll go with False Life Greater. Cool. Spellbook. Woljif. You know what? 1 greater invisibility for those special boss battles. Excellent. And Nanio. Feet. I assume, we could do that if we wanted to. Do we have spell penetration? Yes, we do. But actually, let's go spell specialization. Ooh, we're getting more options. What is that? Chain lightning. I like having a secondary element to be able to use. I could go chain lightning on her since Woljif is focusing on fire. But, oh, this is what it is. This is the one. Okay. Use that one. Right. All enemies in a 30-foot burst centered on the target. We'll start with that one. And then in addition to that, we can also add on Heroism Greater. Alright. And then Nanio, Spellbook. The illusion, and then those who fail to disbelieve take 1d4 points of wisdom damage. So a couple of those, and then plenty of heroism. That's good, that's good. More haste. All right, done with that. And then, don't need none of that, don't need that. Don't need that, that. Finally, the Lich. Feet. We already did greater spell focus. Oh, but that was for necromancy. Now we could do evocation. I like what? Why don't I see my Lich power is not in the list? That's interesting. So what? It doesn't allow you to specialize in the power you get from as a Lich? It's kind of weird. Okay. I could go greater spell focus, or yeah, there's nothing crit. So yeah, greater spell focus evocation, fine. Level 5. I don't have anything interesting at level 5 yet. Fire snake is cool. Anything else that I really? Oh, actually, nah. We'll get cloud kill on the next go round. And then level 4, that's control fireball, so don't really need any of this. I'll go ahead and get false life greater just because. And then this is where blast is. I could get haste for myself, but I got other people who have haste. Don't really need that. It's level 3. He's got battering blast. I guess we can take this. It keeps coming up with that. I feel like there's got to be a bug, right? Lich will have the same stuff regardless. Yeah. Okay. Looks like we're good on that now. All right, let's move forward. Sorry about that delay. One thing I can tell you I don't like about Lich compared to Angel is it seems to take significantly longer to really get into your Mystic Quest. This 2-week wait to put up this building, you don't have to deal with that in Angel. Once the representative comes for the Mythic Path, you could just get right into it. And I definitely find that I prefer that.
Forwards.
All right. So, first and foremost, do you benefit from this? This +3 Fury Bone Grit is under a rage effect. She doesn't suffer from its usual -2 penalty to AC. I don't really feel like you benefit from that, so no. +11 +2. Nope. Nope, not that either. Ring of Protection, definitely. You've already got Inspired Wisdom, right? You don't really need Inspired Wisdom. Sure. And put one on her. This amulet makes all ward abilities and spells, those which have the word ward in their names, grant 1 additional AC and become extended as though using the extended spell feat. That would be good on her, except she can't take it. Oh, well. Look, +4. Whenever the wearer of these braces confirms a critical hit with a two-handed weapon, the enemy must pass the will saving throw or become unable to attack for 1 round. Sounds like something you would use. Whenever the wearer of these braces lands a hit with a ranged weapon on an enemy who is prone, stunned, or staggered, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw, or his current condition is prolonged for a round. That's interesting as well. +1 competence bonus on attack roll. I like this one more. Oh, what am I thinking? Wait, it's +2 protection, +3 protection. And you've already got +2 protection. You've already got +2 protection as well. Oh, you know what? I think the pets, can't use rings or helmets, but they can use necklaces, and I think maybe even bracers. All right. What does this whip do? All creatures summoned by the wearer get 1 extra attack per round. However, the wearer is under the slow spell effect. Yeah, I'm good on that. It is not that serious. Whenever the wearer of this robe suffers elemental damage for the next round, any spell cast by the wearer, if it deals the same kind of elemental damage, deals +2 damage per dice of damage suffered. That's pretty cool. He's casting negative energy all the time, so that doesn't really help him. We'll say give it to Woljif. If they cast fire on him, it'll help. Is there any immediate step of recollect creation? Okay. Well, then I won't sell it. Move that around. Okay. Excellent. All right. Now we get out of here. Now, basically what I want to do is clear that quest. Then I'm going to clear the whole rest of the map that's available except for that ivory tower. And then I'll deal with that last. Reason I want to deal with that last is once you complete that, you get a timer that lasts for about, Lich is available. I am so sorry, but I'm going to have to go back. Once you complete the tower, there's a 30-day countdown that begins until the next story beat is automatically started, and there's no way to halt it. So I prefer to have everything done before doing that, because there are some additional quests that specifically come up in that 30-day span. So it's not like you're just fast forwarding time doing nothing. Master, we have gained foothold in Dresden, but I can see our army is too small to attack the World Wound. It's time to bring up the army of Nethers I promised you. Come to Netherholm with me, and I will get you an army that will crush any enemy. Why do we need to go to Netherholm? We need to convince Saul to let the tribe go to war. Otherwise, that ancient sack of lard will keep sitting in the caves doing his favorite thing, waiting for the right moment, until we handle the demons on our own. After the losses the tribe has suffered recently, he'll think thrice before letting his fellow tribesmen poke their noses up above surface level. I'll just order him to do it. He'll hardly disregard a direct order from the Crusade commander, right? He's a devious one. Don't underestimate him. If he doesn't want to join the Crusade for some reason, he'll tell the hunters to scatter throughout the caves, hiding in the darkest crevices. The tribe will disperse and it'll take us years to round them up again. No matter how repellent I find it, we need his support. But there are very different ways of getting it. Wenduag pointedly plays with her weapon. How are you going to turn the Mongols into the invincible soldiers you promised me? When we have our army of underground crusaders, we'll catch the demon Savamalek and give his blood to the soldiers to drink, as I once did. He won't give it up willingly, of course, but it will make for an interesting hunt. Why couldn't we get the Mongol support before now? The Nether tribes are scattered throughout the caves, and their chiefs, I'll tell you this, Saul is decisive, impetuous even, compared to many of the other chiefs. To gather them, we needed time, and that's exactly what we didn't have when Kennebrus was burning, and demons were laying waste to the streets. And then there was the march on Dresden. There's no chance that terrified Nethers, glimpsing the surface for the first time, would have been able to keep pace with us on that march. What can we expect to find in the caves of Nethon? A pack of my wild, bloodthirsty kin, as well as many others who have yet to receive their new power. Together, we will turn the scattered tribes into an invincible army that destroys everything in its path. Let's pay a visit to Nethon then. Wenduag answers with a deep, fawning bow. My, what's this? Paladins can apply Smite Evil, can lay hands, can possess damage reduction 2, can score a critical hit, provide 350 finance points after dealing a finishing blow to an enemy unit. Receive attack bonus for each even square traveled before the attack. That's interesting. I like paladins, I think. Or, actually, I like Hedge Knights. I've never used Hedge Knights before. Let's try them out. Awesome. Very, very nice. So we'll do that first instead, once we get through whatever's going on with the Lich. Regal. That's it? Regal? That's weird. Man, more. Another level up to the diplomacy. Okay, I'll take it. Hey, and leadership. And now we're at 4 again, correct? Yes, we are. Okay. Now, some rest. Dum, 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 dum. Boom, 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 boom. Rest. Oh. Seelah strides boldly up to you and gives you a grim look. Listen, I'm not happy to have to say this to a friend who crawled through caves with me, a friend who took Dresden with me, but you know I'm not one for beating around the bush, so I'll just say it. The more I see of this power of yours, the less I like it. It reeks of death and evil. I can sense these things. Are you accusing me of something? I'm trying to warn you. Even angels can succumb to corruption and temptation, let alone mortals. All of Mendev is behind you right now. All the Crusaders. Basically, all of Galarian is counting on you. If this power is leading you down an evil path, it's everyone's problem. It could be even more dangerous than Discari and Baphomet put together. At least they're familiar foes. But if our own commander, the world's hope, turns to the darkness, that will be truly terrifying. And what do you plan to do? Lead the party? No, I'm not planning to do that. I, of all people, should believe that people can change for the better. But I can't just sit back and say nothing. I also fear where this path might lead me. But know this, I am fighting for the same thing you are, to close the world wound. I'm not interested in your moral qualms. My power is just fine by me, no matter how much it reeks of death. No. I want to keep Seelah around until she can no longer stand it. So even though I actually agree with 4, we're going to say 3. Seelah visibly relaxes. Excellent. Obviously, you didn't choose this power. It was dropped on all of us out of the blue. And I know that our mission demands total commitment. Anyway, sorry for springing all this on you. I'll go and get some fresh air and raise a prayer to the goddess. That usually clears my head. Cool. Hail, Commander. Captain Harmadan salutes. Permission to report. Although the desertion halted, not everyone appreciated your methods. A circle of discontents formed within the officers' ranks, calling themselves the Wary. There are no blatant signs of sedition, otherwise they would have been arrested. Still, their talk is concerning. We can't rely on them. We need our own trusted officers. I suggest enlisting some of the volunteers. We get some very capable fighters among the fresh blood every day, the kind that could be sergeants right away. We need those who know the meaning of honor. We'll call paladins and knights from reputable orders, and they'll serve as an example to our soldiers, boosting everyone's morale too. Officers who are unworthy of their rank can always be replaced. We can identify experienced sergeants with reliable records of results, then promote them. Mendev is full of promising youths who were overlooked when their seniors got promoted to serve in your army. We can call them here, award them rank, and they'll be grateful to us to the end of their days. Why exactly are these wary unsatisfied? The words of Seelah and the other faithful did their job, inspiring the formerly doubt-filled. However, the more cynical officers grumble that preaching doesn't fill empty stomachs. Okay, this is a bug. So it's reacting as if you remember that last decision where I said Seelah usually offers up another way and she didn't, her way was to have paladins go to all the individual officers, remind them of why it's so important to keep fighting. And now the game is reacting as if I used Seelah for that decision when in fact I didn't. I paid them all off. Bug report. This would be mechanics. Priest talk with officers. When that I used Darren, and in fact I used Darren to pay them off. Could be critical. All right. However, the more cynical officers grumble that preaching doesn't fill empty stomachs. Can't judge them for refusing to fight for pretty words. Tisk tisk. But since they're bad-mouthing us, I will have to judge the scoundrels after all. Shame on them. So they were expecting bribes? The opportunists. Yeah, see, this is wrong. I did bribe them. And one more thing. I apologize if this sounds disrespectful, but these are the sentiments within the ranks. For an entire century, the Queen was the face of the crusade. Even though she personally appointed you as commander, many still consider you an upstart unworthy of the title. Many officers and soldiers dream of Her Majesty taking the lead. Let's discuss our options in further detail. As you command, Seelah, what's your plan? We need the most honorable, loyal officers. Where else can we find them but among the chivalric orders and paladins? We'll invite valiant knights to Dresden and make them officers. They are the best hope for a Crusader army. That sounds fabulous, but there's just one tiny little problem. Who do you think has been filling these positions until now? Did it truly not cross my dearest cousin's mind to recruit your favorite peregrines of honor and faith as officers? Your proposal is to repeat exactly the same thing that's been going on without you for the last 100 years. That response, so daring, absolutely awesome. Also, those wings, absolutely daring as well. Great choice, Maury, picking those. All right, Regal, what do you suggest? Appointing officers from the outside is a mistake. We should move our most distinguished privates up the ranks. The troops will be more eager to trust their former comrades and try to climb the ladders themselves. Of course, these officers will also prove more loyal than newcomers invited from who knows where. There's some truth to that. I became who I am by making it all the way from a thief to a paladin. But soldiers need not just generals, but mentors too. They need officers who embody honor and bravery, showing the true meaning of these virtues as someone once showed me. Darren, your opinion, please? There are plenty of ambitious young men and women in Mendev waiting for the chance to prove themselves. They'll move mountains for whomever gives them this chance. The aspirations of hot-headed youth are the best fuel for war. Sure, why don't we invite some privileged youths of our officers? Gamblers, status seekers, fops, and brilliant poets unappreciated by the masses. That's what's been missing in our commanding ranks. I can see that the Count misses the high life dearly and would like to invite along the entirety of the capital's leisure class to join him in carousing. I can't stop him, so he can invite them to his heart's content, but not to serve here as officers. Captain Armaden, what would you advise? There are volunteers arriving every day with some quite capable people in their midst. I wasn't a rookie when I joined the Crusade, after all. I had 100 years of military experience. We can rely on these new leaders to replenish our command staff. Should we entrust the lives of our soldiers to strangers? I'm not so sure. Thank you. Everything is clear. No, it's clear as mud. I have no idea what I should pick. All right. Hiring a general will cost 2,000 finance points. Hiring each next general costs 2,000 finance points more instead of the usual double price. Newly hired general will gain a random bonus feat. Newly hired generals will gain 4 experience levels. Newly hired general will gain a plus X bonus to attack, defense, power, and energy. I don't want to fill up with knights and paladins because I feel like those are exactly the kind of people that are going to turn against me. So I think I would go with Regal. Certainly, I already have the list prepared. I can present it immediately so that those who have excelled can be fairly rewarded for their performance. I hope that these measures will solve the issue at hand. If we have further complications, I will call another council at once. Sheesh, another one? What's this? Help from Queen Galfrey. Noble houses. Ooh, marksmen. Like cavalry and shield bearers, head knights and headhunters. Slingers and conscripts, or paladins. We have both paladins and champions, so that would make sense to add them to our ranks. All right. And did I have to do all that because they had finished something? Right, that's finished. All right, first of all, rank up. Royal Parade, that's you. But that's still 150 material points. You were not ready to do that. Economy, projects. Right, Royal Parade, no. Oh, disclosing the letters obtained from Critic. Convo Clinic provided the commander with letters implicating a number of prominent individuals in neuroscience and having connections with the demons. These people are plotting against the crusade, impeding supply shipments, and striving to discredit the commander. The disclosure of these letters will put an end to their conspiracy. Excellent. All right, and Regia will just have to sit for a little bit. All right, now let's go see about developing myself as a lich. Boom. Go. Okay.
Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah, that's the freedom of movement. All right. I don't know where he is, so I guess we'll just go to the streets. Ooh, it's night. It's night. Where is... That's... Oh, this thing is a cigarette. That's awesome. I think it's supposed to be over here. I'm trying to remember where... we got that quest for Sosiel's gambling. You got to wait until evening time to catch up with them. I never bother to fast forward time. I just figure sooner or later I'll come around and he'll be there. But
our path leads on.
Is that not the case? I think this is it, where he usually would be. The soldier stare. Oh, there we go. Okay. The soldier stares at his cards in the dim light of a tiny candle stub. Deal me 2 more. I'm doubling down. Coins click as they land on the barrel. Deal me another one. What? Another one? Are you bluffing, my fiend? Are you bluffing, you fiend? Wait till we declare. You'll see if I'm bluffing. You don't recognize Sosiel's voice straight away. He is usually quiet and composed in battle, but he sounds passionately, furiously excited now. Fine, you scumbag. I call. Deal me another one as well. There's a dark, invisible cloud full of excitement, passion, and tension hovering above the makeshift table. It looks like thunder is about to strike. Let's see. Stay silent. Damn! I'm bust! The soldier angrily throws his cards in the barrel. Go on, show me what you got. Here you go. Sosiel reveals his cards with a gloating laugh. This is nothing but junk. I knew you were bluffing, you holy roller. I was, and you bought it. Bought it. As he's saying it, Sosiel slams a card on each of the soldier's shoulders like epaulets and puts the rest of the cards on top of his opponent's head. That's not cool. Now you've done it, you. The soldier grabs Sosiel by the collar, and the cleric immediately swings his fist as if he anticipated that. Suddenly, one of the other players spots you in the shadows. Hey, there's someone over there. We're busted. The jig's up. Let's scamper. The stub is snuffed out. The cards fall into the mud. In a moment, only embarrassed Sosiel remains. What are you doing here? There is no excitement in his voice anymore. We didn't do anything. Well, tip was flared a little, but this doesn't usually happen, I swear. Do you think it's acceptable for a cleric to be here? Where? Among the soldiers unwinding between battles? When one can see how they cope with everything they've seen and done? Yes, I think it's most acceptable for a cleric to be here. I know you would never lie to me, and so I think you're lying to yourself. You're not coming here to take care of soldiers. Why else am I here then? To win a few coppers? You said it yourself. The soldiers came in on wine. Don't you need that too? To myself? Sosiel blinks with a puzzled look as if he hasn't thought of this before. Then he bows his head. You're right. I'm sorry. My behavior wasn't worthy of a cleric of Shellen. I've been lying to myself, engaging in vices and pretending my egotism was actually camaraderie. That is unforgivable. Don't be foolish. You are mortal just like everyone else, not an omnipotent, benevolent deity. You need rest as much as the rest of us. Just be honest with yourself, please. No, I'm glad you've realized it. Perhaps now you should also confess to your goddess. The Lich pokes fun at it. Yes, thank you for pointing out my disgraceful behavior to me. I shall go and pray for Shellen's forgiveness. Good night. So the problem is, you caught up with him.
Without a doubt.
You had this conversation. Quest should continue, but there's no update. There's no acknowledgement that you've actually done this. So I've never been able to successfully finish the quest. My assumption is that it's bugged. To date, knock on wood, it's the only quest that I have come across in the beta that I was not able to complete due to a bug.
Forwards.
Now, of course, ooh, that's a different look. Now, of course, I have not played all of the mythic paths, so I have not played all the side quests associated with the mythic paths, but everything else I've done. Wow, so this is considered like a whole other section of the city. This is super cool. You don't get something like this as an angel. Wow. I hope I get to take all this from him. What in the hell? Is this like a maze? This is sick.
We march ahead.
Huh. Very, very interesting. Okay. So sick, but also empty for now.
Without a doubt.
Sicarius. Woo. I am already feeling this, and I was just complaining about how long it took to get this started. But man, I'm back on board now. I'm back on board, y'all. All right, Sicarius, tell me something good. The Lich surveys the ziggurat with regal dignity. Upon seeing you, he inclines his head. Not bad at all, student. It's much more spacious than my private chamber at the Lost Chapel. And yet you do not expect me to oversee the running of this palace, do you? I am busy enough as it is. I am engaged in constant spiritual creation as I transform your immaterial being. Without my efforts, the powers of death will simply snuff you out in the blink of an eye. I shall produce a creature, the Pillar of Skulls, that will see to the more mundane affairs of the Master of Death. Arrange for everything I need to be delivered. We shall not waste time. While you take care of urgent matters, I can finally return to my engaging conversation with the old elf, a story collector. He promised to divulge the finer details of weaving the traditional curses of Tien Zia. Is the storyteller a friend of yours? Zacharias snorts loudly. I have no need for friends, but the elf is wise and quite knowledgeable. He is also old, which is a great riddle in and of itself. I've never encountered any long-lived of his kind who are like him. So far, he's been useful. I gladly absorb his knowledge in exchange for my stories and worthless rubbish. It's quite the bargain. Are you pleased with the ziggurat? Man, I already said that. What do you think of my leadership of the crusade? The Lich's voice is dry, but not completely devoid of approval. Let us say that the mob of dimwit crusaders no longer seems as hopeless as when I was alive. You're the only one strong-willed enough to rally them and compel them to act. Just do not consider it a worthy feat. When you discover immortality, you will understand these toy soldiers mean less than nothing. I want to know more about you. What exactly would you know? My feats are sung in legend. Surely every crusader knows of them. Life beyond death has been a tedious term of imprisonment in this fortress, surrounded by foolish and maddening demons. My only occupation here has been observing the crusaders retreat, further and further, losing city after city. The day those vacant mortals gave up Dresden, I stopped calling myself a crusader and began to despise them. But now, I am about to discover freedom once more by granting you power and breaking free from the oaths that bound me. We already went through all that conversation. Now you realize who you are dealing with. Do not forget it, for your own sake. I'm leaving. Go, student. Remember that your mundane concerns as a commander are nothing compared to our great cause. You would do well to keep your priorities straight. Create a pillar of skulls. Ooh, my peeps are not going to be happy about that. There goes Char. Inform him the unfortunate news. The old crusader looks anxious and disoriented. Yes, has something happened? Hand over Morveg's talisman. Morveg is dead. The color drains from Char's face. He takes a straw figure with his shaking fingers. His mouth twists unpleasantly, as if the old man is about to start sobbing. The crusader's hoarse voice promises immediate and merciless reprisal. You killed him? Do I even want to be diplomatic about this? Sure. Stop, it's more complicated than you think. The knight looks at you with horror. The old warrior drops to his knees, slowly and awkwardly, with apparent difficulty. My boy. But how? What happened? Enough sobbing, you old coward. The lad was a hero and gave his life for our victory. He got the mighty axe of Gorm for us. He was a child who's never seen normal life. A child whose bedtime stories were bloodthirsty legends about the injuries done to his clan. A poor, poisoned boy. The axe. That damned weapon of Gorm, where is it? Do you have it? It must be destroyed. The war devours our souls, and Gorm, its lord, watches over it all with indifference. It is a valuable weapon. I won't destroy it. The old man clenches his shaking fist like he's going to hit you but can't. You don't understand. It is evil. This is war in the flesh, the devourer of life, soul, and conscience. It has already sunk its claws in you and taken your mind. Please, let's talk later. I need to mourn poor Morveg. All right. Boom. Ba-ba-boom, boom, boom. Let's see if we can go ahead and build that Tower of Skulls. I can't even imagine what he needs with it, but sure, let's do it. Please tell me Regal can build this. Of course, it's not him. Every palace needs an attentive and diligent seneschal. In the commander's absence, Ziggurat business will be taken over by the Pillar of Skulls, a wonderful necromantic piece of work that Zacharias is ready to create for his disciple. Provided with necessary resources, the Lich will present the commander a new devoted assistant. And of course, it's Darren who's responsible for it, and he's tied up for 14 days. No. We're gonna put that on hold. I'm gonna do this first. There we go. And that's it. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Excellent. Okay. And actually, I've decided I want to stick with the plan. So we are going to do Wilcher's quest. Because there's another quest you get to go back down south. I figure we should might as well do that at the same time that we go get the mongrels. So I'm not going to worry about it for now. Can we recruit? Hey, we cannot. Who is this? Wait, it seems like we've got somebody new. All right, I'll deal with that later. What do I want to do? Oh. Yeah, there's a deal going over here.
Who, me?
You are my favorite aide.
Me?
Stand with me.
Where's Woljev? 5 precision damage is dealt due to sneak attack. But it doesn't say anything. Three precision damage. It doesn't say anything about attempting a dispel though. But it could be because the enemies that we're facing do not have a buff to dispel. You know what? We'll circle back around to this when I face a boss. Get to a boss and then say, okay, this guy's definitely got
I will guide us.
got something for that should be dispelled. Are they doing it properly? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And that's why we do this, so that we get familiar with what is actually still around. Oh, okay, you can go right up here. Cool. Why doesn't that area look clear? Ooh. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's all done. Excellent. Fight.
Time to share your treasures
Yikes. That looked immensely painful. You are not supposed to take that many fire shots to the face, my friend. It can't possibly be good for your health. There we go. Okay. Hell Knights, conscripts, clerics, headhunters, and sorcerers. Oh, right. We have sorcerers now. All right. Add those. Didn't I get paladins? No, I guess not. Got those. Definitely want headhunters. All right. Let me just make sure. So, yep. Okay, cool. So you can get over there by going that way. 9-2. Excellent. Okay. 110 conscripts on either side. Oof. We only got that many headhunters? That's not cool. Sorcerers. Wait a minute. Wow. I took a significant beating on whatever my last little battle was. I don't feel comfortable moving forward with this. We're gonna wait it out. Get one more round. All right. Let's make sure there's nothing on the way over here. There we go. There's a broken cart there. So you have to manually go through these paths with your character because your perception can pick up things that won't be picked up with the army rolling through. And that was just alchemical ingredients. If you become corrupted, as I recall, I think it's like you get a chance of your spells failing and might lower some of your stats. So it's not like a death knell, but it's definitely something you want to avoid, especially in harder
Require my
areas.
unbiased opinion?
Don't. Excellent. Doom, 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 doom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you are the man, sir. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. Actually, since we're here, let's just go ahead and finish this. There we go. Okay, nothing over there. Cancel that. Sosiel. Okay. So from Queen Galfrey, 5,000 finance points. We do have that. And oh, is that available before? I didn't think that was available. Interesting. Whatever. Can't click that. Can't click that. But it requires 400 material points. Not doing that. 150 material points. Not doing that easier. That's not available. That doesn't have a way to click. Okay, so yeah. None of this is actually really available to me. Check one more time. Yeah. We'll have to wait. You bound a part of your soul to the ring. What? That doesn't look like something I'd ever use, but hey. Ooh, this seems perfect. That's a Lich ring if I've ever seen a description of one. All right. Kami. Who is not? My other advisor is not doing anything. Wenduag. Yeah, I ain't seen Wenduag do something in a minute. All right. It is what it is. Okay, move on. Do I want to rest? Yeah, sure. I'm right at the edge. Why not? Go ahead and rest. Definitely something to keep in mind. Oh, crap. Oh, well. And so I guess you will see what level 1 corruption looks like. Party members suffer a 15% arcane spell failure chance, a -2 penalty to wisdom and intelligence scores, and a -3 penalty to CMD and CMB. Definitely not desirable, but whatever. I'm not worried about it. This fight is not particularly crazy from what I remember, but we will do that in the next play session. Hope you all have enjoyed this play session today. If you did, please go ahead and leave me a like and any feedback you have down in the comments section. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.